What's happening? I'll be right back. Peace to you on this beautiful Friday. Let me get some music going. What's happening? It is a beautiful day. We're going to get started in just a second. For right now, what can we play? We'll play this one. Yes, sir.
Grammarly is...
Well, not that one. That's a commercial. There you go.
Before they call us back, we was wrong. My name is my name on this song. One time for all the black ladies. We gonna keep it real today, though. Know what y'all need? The only one that came and told us. What we was called before we was called Negroes. Before we was called blacks. Before we was called coloreds. Before we was called African Americans. We was called Moors. Know that. True signs to understand yourself. This is knowledge, this is wealth, and I'm stuffed with it. I'm talking metal gifts out of that. Study under street niggas, and I went to college. Greatness all around me, and I really being modest. But people don't like it when you're too honest. But
Honestly, I don't really give a fuck
now. I don't care about your
Bugattis or your bust downs. And in Syria, and my people in Nigeria, you ain't hear me. Real life. To them nice, oh yeah, let that simmer in your soul. Can I drop a few more? Before they call us, okay.
My name is my name on these songs. I'm pushing truth. If you know, then you know. That's it.
We gotta get one more. Man.
You feel me? Seven's up.
That's how I'm feeling today, man. Seven's up out here. How you feeling today? Seven's up out here. How you feeling today? Ali, you know what it is. Come on now. Yeah. Okay. We gonna cool it down though, because this one a little hype. You know what I mean? All right. Holy breath. Holy breath, man.
Such a long time.
Peace.
It's just like,
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm coming back from Atlantis. I say,
I was born on Earth, but I'm not from here. Ay, I am from the stars. I'm not talking boulevard.
ooh, got to bounce with it. I say,
I was born on Earth, but I'm not from here. I am from the stars. I'm not talking boulevard.
got this here. We was one with our creator, and then we fell. Oh my God. Oh yes, we fell. Oh yes, we fell. And all is mine. You see, we can make our heaven. You know why? We made our. Come on.
Just look around. Can't you tell? Okay, be careful what you think, and be careful how you move, and be careful what you say. You know why? These words are spells. Yeah, they cast spells. But listen well, you see, we are not the body, and we are not the flesh. It's life and the death, and this thing right here is just a test. To I was born on earth, but I'm not from here. Yeah, I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh no, no. I am from the sky, the sun of Most High. The sun of Most High.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Come on, I say. But we ain't not the flesh. It's life at the death, and this thing right here is just a. Come on. So you blessed. Hey, hey. Whew. Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 All right, all right, all right. All right, all right. Peace, 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 peace. How you feeling out there on this beautiful, beautiful Friday, this holy day? This is a special holy day today. Today is January the 8th, 2021. And ways ago, not too far back into the past, there was a young brother who was born, Timothy Drew, on January 8th, 1886. He would later, grow up, get his knowledge up, and become who we know today is Noble Drew Ali. Come on now. Come on now. You know what it is. Let me there we go. I wanted to start it off with some music. And that song I put out a couple projects, music projects at midnight. And one of them is called Love is a Moor. And on that, it has a song called Holy Breath. And, you got to listen to the lyrics, but I'm going to break it down since we right here. This is coming from, obviously, we ain't know. The Holy Koran, Surah 7. Yes, indeed. Divinely prepared by who? You know it is. Drew Ali. Come on now. And I said, we was one with our Creator, and then we fell. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, yes, we fell. Now, let me see if I can find exactly why I came up with that. Where is it at here? This is chapter 1. Is it chapter 1? Yeah, it's supposed to be chapter 1, and the angels, they didn't fall. See, I'm slacking. Well, here we go, chapter 2. I'll get chapter 2 right here. The holy breath. Teach that the holy breath would make them one again. Oh, right. There it goes. Teach them that Allah and man are one, but through carnal thoughts and words and deeds, man tore himself away from Allah and debased himself. Teach that the holy breath would make them one again, restoring harmony and peace. Oh, my goodness. Where is that? But there was a line that I actually got that from. And it's in there somewhere. One of y'all should know it. Come on, help me out now. I'm a little hyped right now because it's a beautiful day. I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling great out here. But let me get to the focus. Let me focus. Honors to Noble Drew Ali. Why are we honoring Noble Drew Ali today? Let me flip to the back. The end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. The last prophet in these days, just to clarify, the last prophet in these days, not meaning the last prophet ever to exist. We ain't saying that. Slow it down, big fella. Slow it down. The last prophet in these days is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared divinely in due time by Allah to redeem men from their sinful ways and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus in those days. So way back in those days, there was this cat named Jesus. He was doing his thing. But before Jesus came, it was this dude named John. He came before Jesus, right? To warn and stir up the nation and prepare them to receive the divine creed, which was to be taught by Jesus. Now, bringing it forward in these modern days, like right now, there came a forerunner. Just like in Jesus' time, there was a forerunner, it was John. Well, in these days, Well, we have Prophet Ali, but before him, there was a forerunner. Who was that forerunner, people? You know it. Read for you. In these modern days, there came a forerunner that was divinely prepared by the great God Allah. And his name is Marcus Garvey. Wait a minute now. Who did teach and warn the nations of the earth to prepare and meet the coming prophet, who was to bring the true and divine creed of Islam. In his name, come on, say it with me now. Noble Ali, come on now. Who was prepared and sent to this earth by Allah to teach the old time religion and the everlasting gospel to the sons of men, that every nation shall and must worship under their own vine and fig tree, and return to their own, and be one with their Father God, Allah. Whew-wee. Noble Ali, boy, I tell you. Bring it down towards the end of the chapter here. Come all ye Asiatic of America and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not Negroes. Let me read that one more time. I'm going to just update a little bit. Come all ye Asiatic of America and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not African Americans. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. That you will learn to love instead of hate. I'm going to read it one more time. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. Come on now. We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourselves with the families of nations. We honor all the true and divine prophets. And I just wanted to read that and just again put this on the record and make sure that this is clear. We honor all true and divine prophets. All of them. Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, peace be upon them all. Moses, all of the prophets, any of the prophets, Thoth, you know what I mean? All of the prophets, Zoroaster, you know, you know the prophets. Oh man, my fault. I'm all in my zone. Peace to everybody tapped in. Peace, Kevin Stanley. Peace, Nael Bay. Mike, Mike Abdullah Bay, Mike Abdullah L, the Unk, Aya Yinka Bay, peace, marvelous one, peace, yes. I appreciate the energy. Today, you know, especially in these days and times, it's a lot of hate, it's a lot of negative energy out there. You see what's going on. The whole domestic terrorists, you know what I mean? Storming the Capitol, all of that hoopla, you know what I mean? All of that. Do not give in. Do not let that hatred, do not let that rage, do not let the anger, do not let the frustration consume us. Because we are to love instead of hate. Come on now. We can't do that if we too busy caught up hating people. We can't love if we too busy being angry and upset and da-da-da. We got to focus on solutions. We got to focus on uplifting fallen humanity. Not demonizing people, not trying to say all European people are devils and none of that. We got to love instead of hate. That's the focus. That's the mission. You hear me? Let me see what else I got here for you today. Let's see, Sacred Drift. I got something in here I could get for you. I just try to pull a couple books that I've seen. Might have some things in here. I see some things. I don't know if you've read this book before. Sacred Drift by Peter Lamborn Wilson. And if you look very closely, who is that on the cover? Oh yeah, you see it. You see it. You see that. You see that. Let me see if I can read something for you. Here we go. Just pop it open. mm. Mm. The Circle 7 Quran must be considered a modern apocryphon. The specific sources of ancient apocrypha and pseudepigrapha are largely unknown, but we can actually trace the genesis of Drew Ali's Quran. I'm glad I read this. Yes, praise Allah. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, listen to this. The specific sources of the ancient apocrypha are largely unknown, but we can actually trace the genesis of Drew Ali's Quran. About half of it is taken from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ by Levi H. Dowling of Ohio. We'll continue reading. We'll get back to it. The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ by Levi H. Dowling, a still popular account of Christ's sojourn in India from adolescence to age 30 during the Gospel's lost years. Liberal and mystical, theosophical in tone, the Aquarian Gospel, which Dowling said was revealed to him out of the Akashic record, in turn owes its inspiration to Inconu de Jesus Christ by Nicholas Notovich, 1894, a Russian Jew converted to Orthodoxy who claimed to have discovered an ancient manuscript in a Tibetan monastery in Ladakh, which he persuaded the monks to translate it for him. It dealt with the Indian travels of Saint Isa, and indeed there exists at Kashmir a supposed tomb of Jesus, who, according to some Muslims, it says Muslims in here, was not crucified but fled to the east. I'm not even going to get into any further. I just want to address this right here. One time for Peter Lamborn Wilson, who is saying here that the Quran that Drew Ali prepared and brought for us, the prophet, a universal prophet, let me put that on the record. He's a universal prophet. He came for all of humanity, but specifically for the so-called Black, Negro, African-American people. Why? To teach us who we are, teach us about our nationality and birthrights. Okay, we needed him the most. But let me get back to this, because this is important. You may hear it a lot if you've studied this information. I'm pretty sure you've come across somebody claiming, oh, Noble Drew Ali is a fraud. He plagiarized the Quran, right? And this is partly where it comes from. Peter Lamborn Wilson is saying that half of the Quran is taken from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ. Now that is coming from this person, Levi H. Dowling, European man, who's in the military, the U.S. military. So I don't even want to address all of that, but let's just focus. He's saying Drew Ali, the universal prophet, plagiarized, took half of this Quran from this other dude, Levi H. Dowling's book, The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ. But this guy, Levi Dowling, he said he got his information from the Akashic record. And if you don't know what the Akashic record is, it's ethereal. It's not anything tangible. He's claiming he floated into another dimension and somehow pulled all this information down out of the Akashic records and put it into a book. This is what Levi H. Dowling is claiming. Come on, family. Come on, family. Now, this is why Noble Drew Ali is so special. See, people try to play those games. They didn't try to throw them shots at him, but he already 7 steps ahead of the game. Let's see here. First and foremost, it says divinely prepared. It didn't say the author. It didn't say Drew Ali wrote this entire Quran. He is the writer. He didn't create, he didn't come up with this. He didn't say that. So already off the top, he ain't plagiarized nothing. Let's get that out the way. However, let's continue. Let's get to it. The first page before you even get into chapter 1, okay? The prologue, the intro. You feel me? The genealogy of Jesus with 18 years of the events, life, works, and teachings in India, Europe, and Africa. These events occurred before he was 30 years of age. These secret lessons are for all of those who love Jesus. These, the reason these lessons have not been known is because the Muslims of India, Egypt, and Palestine, one love to my Palestinian brothers and sisters out there. Come on now. And my Egyptian brothers and sisters, and my Indian brothers. Well, let's focus. The reason these lessons have not been known is because the Muslims had these secrets and kept them back from the outside world. And when the time appointed by Allah, they loosened the keys and freed the secrets. And for the first time in ages, the secrets have been delivered into the hands of the Muslims of America. Drew Ali did not claim he is the author. These lessons been in existence. All he did was get the information from our Muslim brothers and sisters in the East and bring it on over, prepare it, and give it to us. Simple. Now, the people who would claim Noble Drew Ali is a plagiarist, or he copied the Koran from Levi H. Dallin. The people that would claim that, they are trying their damnedest, they're trying their best to discredit Noble Drew Ali. But why though? Why are they trying to discredit Noble Drew Ali? Because he kicking the truth. See, they scared of what Noble Drew Ali was bringing because it cut out all the BS. Once you start studying what Noble Drew Ali brought, you can see who's the fraudulent ones and who's being honest, who's being true. Because truth is truth. It changes not. It doesn't change or pass away now. And another thing, in Levi H. Dallin's book, it doesn't say Allah. It doesn't talk about us being Moors and Negro, us not being Negroes. It doesn't say that in that book. Is it perhaps that Levi H. Dallin had a ulterior motive? I'm not. That's for you to look up and research for yourself in another time. You know why? Because it ain't important today. Today is a Friday, a holy day, and it's for Noble Drew Ali. But I just wanted to put that on the record, just so you know. Just the ones out there that may be trying to shoot their shots. Nah. Not gonna work. Okay? Okay. All right. And 1 second. Let me see if I can get that for you too. Yeah. And just for the record, Bong City Bong Bong, The Lost Years of Jesus, documentary evidence of Jesus' 17-year journey to the East. They say that from age 13 to age 29, Jesus traveled to India. Wait a minute. Didn't it say the genealogy of Jesus with 18 years of the events, life, works, and teachings in India? They say that from age 13 to 29, Jesus traveled to India. 18 years of his life, works, and teachings in India. Wow, what do you know? It matches up. Ain't that something? Let me continue. Elizabeth Clare Prophet brings together the testimony of 4 eyewitnesses and 3 variant translations of the remarkable documents. She tells the intriguing story of how Russian journalist Nicholas Notovich discovered the manuscripts in 1887. Critics proved they did not exist. Then 3 distinguished scholars and educators rediscovered them in the 20th century. Now you can read for yourself what Jesus said and did prior to his Palestinian mission. Come on now. Come on now. What time for my Palestinians? You see what I'm saying? You got to study. You see, because man knows nothing by being told. Just because you told something, just because Peter Lambert Wilson or Brother Polite or whoever is telling you, oh, Noble Drew Ali is a fraud, he's a plagiarist, he stole that Quran, that doesn't make it true. No, sir. No, sir. In fact, let me see if I can pull something up for you. Let me see if I can pull something up for you here. Real quick, if I could pull something up for you. Matter of fact. There we go. This is from chapter XXXV. What's that? 38. It's in Roman numerals. Sorry about that. But in chapter 38, let's listen closely. Let's listen closely here. General opinion is no proof of truth. I'm going to repeat that again. General opinion is no proof of truth, for the generality of men are ignorant, meaning they do not know. They don't have the information. Not that they're stupid, not that they're dumb, not that they can't know, not that they can't learn. But generality of men are ignorant. They do not have the information. And the general opinion is no proof of truth. So that general opinion that you may have heard, oh, Drew Ali plagiarized, that's no proof of truth, baby. No, sir. No, sir. That we are black, the general opinion that we are black people, that's no proof of truth. You know why? Look at my shirt. My shirt is black. I am not black. Okay? Put something, you can find a color, put it up to your skin. You'll see we're not black. We're not African American. That's 2 continents. We are not Negroes. We are not colors. We're not Afro-Americans. You can have that general opinion out there. People could believe it, but that does not make it true. You feel me? But you know what does make it true? You know what is truth? The evidence. The evidence, family. And the evidence is clear. We are Asiatics. We are Moors, specifically Moorish American. And why? Noble Drew Ali explained it. Because we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Heavy on the game. Heavy on the game today. Peace, peace, peace. Pay attention. Deuce Muhammad Ali also brought literature from Egypt. Peace, peace, peace. Definitely study Deuce Muhammad Ali. It's almost like Deuce. And a little side note, a little extra to add on to that. If I'm not mistaken, Marcus Garvey was working with Deuce Muhammad Ali at some point, I believe. I need to double check on that. I may be incorrect, but I believe there's some sort of connection there. Let me see if the last people I sent. Show some love if I get up out of here. Peace to Dwayne Gilliard. I've been looking for guidance, and I found some Moors will not help. I found some Moors will not help if they're compromised. To that point, my humble opinion and suggestion, when people come to me about who should they listen to, who should they follow and study from, go to the source. Noble Ali. Start right there. Start with every single piece of information you can find about Noble Ali. Start there. The Holy Quran, Circle 7, the Quran, the 101 questionnaire, the mysteries of the Silent Brotherhood of the East. This one's kind of raggedy. Um, Here we go. The mysteries of the Silent Brotherhood of the East, Moorish literature. Um, yeah, any and every piece of information that Noble Drew Ali put out. Start with that first, and then you can add on and read other things, because when you get that foundation right, when you read the other things, you'll be able to see, I see what you're doing. You try to get us with you try to whop us right there. You know what I mean? And you will have better discernment. You'll have better discernment and be able to spot the lies and spot, the falsities that's going on. I wanted to read this one too. This here is The Five Percenters, Islam, Hip Hop, and the Gods of New York, Michael Muhammad Knight. And I bought this book for a reason. Wow. Man, I didn't even. Oh, wow. Look at the lie. What? I never even seen this on chapter 6, on page 16. Wow. Wow. Ooh, boy. Let me read this. Let me read this now. This got deep on me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Here we go. Ali was born Timothy Drew in 1886 in North Carolina, a child of quote-unquote ex-slaves and allegedly raised among the Cherokee. As a story goes, side note, I was talking with a brother yesterday, and we was talking about how when we was growing up, and I remember this distinctly, and maybe a lot of you will remember too, when I was young, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I remember a bunch of different children, a bunch of my friends, you would hear this common phrase, oh, they got good hair, they got Indian in their family. And I remember that specifically, you know what I mean? That not just one person, but that was a common saying, like if you had a certain kind of hair, it'd be like, oh, she got Indian in her family, or he got Indian in his family. I just wanted to put that on the record when it says allegedly raised among the Cherokee. As the story goes, at 16, he began traveling as a circus magician, later arriving in Egypt, where he was initiated into the Egyptian Shriners and the high priesthood of the Pyramid of Cheops. Let me keep reading. He would cross the Atlantic with the new scripture, the Circle 7 Quran, and a mission to uplift humanity's fallen towards its Father Allah and proper religion of Islamism. Ali distinguished between Islamism and quote-unquote Arab Islam, since the latter came from a quote-unquote slave master's orientation, and quote-unquote no Arabian seed sought to propagate the faith among members of our race. That actually has a source somewhere. I gotta find that, sorry. It continues to say, true Islamism, this is powerful. True Islamism included not only Semitic prophets, but figures such as Buddha and Confucius, and could not be contained within ritual or laws. Man and Allah were one, and all men were priests unto themselves. Hold on. Let me just go back to the Quran for a second. Where are we at right here? Boom, here we go. Chapter 10. When man sees Allah as one with him, as Father Allah, he needs no middleman, no priest to intercede. He goes straight up to him and says, my Father God, Allah. And then he lays his hands in Allah's own hand, and all is well. And this is Allah. You are, each one of you, a priest just for yourself, and sacrifice of blood Allah does not want. Just give your life in sacrificial service to the all of life, and Allah is pleased. Let me get back to this right here. He moved to Newark, New Jersey, renamed the city New Ark. That boy, he cold with it. He cold with it. He named it New Ark. Get it? Because the Ark is... Come on. And in 1913, founded a Canaanite temple, named for his belief that the quote-unquote African Americans were descended from the biblical Moabites and Canaanites. That's powerful. That's powerful. Let me read that one more time. And then I'm going to read that one more time. He moved to Newark, New Jersey, renamed the city New Ark, and in 1913 founded a Canaanite temple, named for his belief that African Americans were descended from the biblical Moabites and Canaanites. Oh, I ain't even gonna get into that. I ain't even gonna get into the rest of that right now. Ooh, boy, that book is deep. What I do want to do though is flip back to the Quran real quick. Back to the Quran, and this is why you gotta study. This is why you have to study here. I'm gonna read you a line. It's very important. It's very important. Hold on 1 second. Here we go now. The keys, this is chapter XLV 45. The divine origin of the Asiatic nations. Now, if you remember, in the fulfilling of the prophecies, it says, and I quote, "Come all ye Asiatic of America and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not Negroes." Just to understand, we're Asiatic, okay? Because at one time the whole earth was known as, anyways, let me focus. The key of civilization was and is in the hands of the Asiatic nations. The Moorish, who were the ancient Moabites and the founders of this holy city of Mecca. The Egyptians, who were the Hammatites and direct descendants of Mizraim. The Arabians, the seed of Hagar, Japanese and Chinese. The Hindus of India, the descendants of the ancient Canaanites, Hittites, and Moabites from the land of Canaan. The Asiatic nations and countries in North, South, and Central America, the Moorish Americans and Mexicans. Hola, much love to my Mexican brothers and sisters. Oh yes, you know it. In North America, Brazilians, Argentinians, Chileans in South America, Colombians, Nicaraguans, the natives of San Salvador and Central America, etc. All of these people are Muslims, okay? We all connected, but I'm going to just take it a little bit further. The next chapter, the beginning of Christianity. Line 2. Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites and the inhabitants of Africa. Let that simmer. Let that simmer. Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites. Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites and the inhabitants of Africa. Back to the book where it said, he moved to Newark, New Jersey, renamed the city New Ark, and in 1913 founded a Canaanite temple named for his belief that African Americans, truly Asiatics, right, were descended from the biblical Moabites and Canaanites. What am I saying? Jesus is our family. It's right there for us. We all in the same line, the same bloodline, descendant of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites. Our ancestors, our foremothers and forefathers, the founders of civilization. That's who we are. so-called black people, so-called African Americans. That's why we are being persecuted. That's why we are suffering through this genocide that we have been suffering through. That's because who we truly are. Not belief. Not my feeling on it, not my opinion. It's the truth, baby. It's the truth. But don't believe me. Because man knows nothing by being told. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to look it up for yourself. Because that's the way you'll know. When you read this for yourself, and you read that, and then you go do the study, and then you look at the history of Canaanites and Moabites. Just look it up for yourself. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Look it up for yourself. And then ask yourself, why is there a Moab over here? Yeah, in North America. Look it up. Go look it up. See if there's a city called Moab. Then ask yourself, why is that over here? I thought, because they said it would, but if it was over there, hey now. Now you could take it, you can leave it alone. That's all I'm saying. You can take it or you can leave it alone, baby. But just know, the truth ain't gonna change and it ain't gonna pass away. You feel me? Did I want to read this one? Did I want to read this one? Why did I bring this book over here? Yeah, I did want to read this one. Here we go. Let's see if I can find it for you. Now, you know what? I'm done. Yeah. I don't even wanna. We got. It's too much. You got to live with that one right now. I just put this on the record. Maybe I'll get to it another day. This book here, Peter Moon. Yeah, Peter Moon. The Martar Book of the Dead. Yeah. More information about Noble Ali in here. And the information about Noble Ali is all over the place. You got to study, though. You got to look it up. You got to do your research. Don't believe what people tell you. Look it up. Cross-reference. See if you can find it in 2, 3, 4 different sources. And make sure you study what Noble Ali said first, though. Got to do that. That's key. Oh, man. All right, man. I'm pretty much done for today. I'm going to just check out what y'all got to say. But I did want to put this on the record. Shout out to KRS. This is the gospel of hip-hop. Since I started the thing off with some hip-hop music, I figured it's only right to read the saying of the day. And on January 8th, it says, what you put in your body is what your body gives. So put in your body the foods that help it live. Woo! And we're not just talking the physical food. What do you feed in your mind? What are you feeding your mind? And on a deeper level, what do you feed in your spirit and your soul? Talk about it now. Talk about it now. You gotta think on that one. Let me get to these last. Oh man, peace, man. So much love. Thank you guys for tapping in. Let me read this real quick. Syntax graph. So basically, it's pieces and parts from several books of knowledge brought to America from the Koran. Ancient information. Very important information. Very wise information. You know what I mean? From centuries ago. From prophets. Ancient divine prophets. Don't dismiss this. I know it's a small book. I know. You know what I mean? I don't have my Bible over here with me or the Quran. Wet. No, I don't have it. But, you know, those books is much bigger books. You know what I mean? So you look at this, we got this little flimsy holy book. It's like, well, what is this? Don't you do that. It's a lot of wisdom in this little book. Don't you get fooled by that. Let's see. Peace to Kappa Double. Peace to Jerry Blaze Bay. Peace to Ernest Bennett Jr. Peace to Megan Scott L. What am I missing? Everybody. Peace to Nael Bay. Peace to Breckney L. Let me read a couple more. In the United States, both scholars and the general public have been conditioned to viewing human races as natural and separate divisions within the human species based on visible physical differences. True. And that's all fiction because there's only one race, truly. All right? And we have different nations, you know what I mean? We consider families, different nations, one race. Okay? And I don't even want to get into that's a whole scientific discussion that you can break down and you can research. Oh man, I used to know the names of the people, but it's some key European scientists that came up with this whole idea on race, and slicing up and dividing people, by physical attributes and characteristics, blah 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 blah. We ain't listening to that. All right. Let me see. Also, before I close out, I don't want people to get this twisted. Let me read it from the book. This is the chapter, religion. All right. Let me click before I even read this. Because some people think, oh, Noah Ali is just bringing some new religion. Nah. Slow your roll, big fella. Slow your roll. Noah Ali brought us a lot of information. He brought us a movement. He brought us a vehicle for us to get back our humanity. And with that, some people get it twisted and start worshiping or start feeling like we're supposed to worship Noah Ali. And that's not the case. He is a prophet, universal prophet, amazing person. That is a fact. But we are not to worship him. We're not to worship Marcus Garvey. We're not to worship the Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Muhammad Ali or any of these people, or Jesus or Confucius or Buddha, any of the prophets. We're not supposed to worship man. Let me put the facts on it though. There is but one Allah, the author, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. The Son is not Allah. Though his noblest image, he enlightened the world with his brightness, his warmth give life to the products of the earth. Admire him as a creature, the instrument of Allah. But don't you worship him not. To the one who is supreme, most wise, and beneficent. And to him alone, to him alone belong worship, adoration, thanksgiving, and praise. So I don't want anybody that may be watching this or seeing videos about Moors, or you come across Moors and you hear Moors talking about Noble Ali this and Noble Ali said that and you thinking, damn, bro, I'm not trying to get into it. I just got out of a religion where they was worshiping Jesus and Jesus said this and we just supposed to believe. Don't get it twisted. We are not worshiping Noble Ali in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Honors, respect, appreciation, all of that. Yes, indeed. But the praise, you know what I mean? The real, true praise is Allah. Because Allah is the one that's doing all this. Gotta understand that. Don't ever get that mistaken. Don't ever get that confused. Nah, it's one. Some people call him God. Some people say the Most High. Some people say, Allah. Some people say Padabram, in Egypt he is Thoth, but everywhere he is the causeless cause, the rootless root from which all things spring. I think that's how it goes. I was quoting from the Quran just then. Let me read it. Let me read it exactly, because I don't like to misquote. Let me read it. Yeah, let me read it exactly before I get up out of here. Here we go. You Brahmins call him Padabram. In Egypt he is Thoth. Zeus is his name in Greece. Jehovah is his Hebrew name. But everywhere he is the causeless cause, the rootless root from which all things have grown. Excuse me, which all things have grown. There it is. Man, I feel amazing right now. I hope you're feeling good. The thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. Indeed, 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 indeed. You know, Allah is not a human. You know what I mean? We can see Allah working. You can see Allah, some of Allah's attributes through life and when we look into nature. But understand, Allah cannot be circumscribed. You can't box Allah into a human being. It don't work like that. Allah is everything and then more. You feel me? Get it? More? Never mind. I think I'm done. We all must study. Yes, I agree. Okay, great. I like that question right there. Syntax graph. Okay. How does that help us today acquire land, banks, etc., or build a nation that's recognized by law? Great question. Great question. We can't do none of that stuff. We can't truly get land. We can't truly build for ourselves and be a nation if we are using the names of the people that enslaved us. If we are using fictitious labels to identify ourselves. Black is an adjective. It is not a noun. It's not a nationality. That is why Noble Drew Ali said, if you do nothing else, proclaim your nationality. Because that's the first step. We have to be ourselves. But in order to be yourself, you got to know yourself. Talk to me now. Talk to me now. You got to know yourself. And you can't know yourself until you study. You got to learn about who you truly are. You can't just believe, oh yeah, and say that you are more, and just say, oh, well, now let's get to it. And I'm saying that for real because go to somebody from a different nation and ask them their nationality. They're going to know who they are very clearly. It's not going to be, well, if you go look on this YouTube link, it'll show why I'm Chinese. No, I seen, matter of fact, I seen a beautiful brother yesterday. He had a short fez, and it was like cream color, but it had burgundy and this beautiful design. And he had an accent like a tall, slim brother. I said, "Excuse me, brother." I said, "Where you from?" And he said, "Oh, Uganda." I was like, "Oh," I said, "I like the fez." And he said, "Assalamu alaikum, brother. Assalamu alaikum." Went on his way. Very, it's when you know who you are, it's not no, I need to keep proving. That's, let me say this also. Those of us who are Moorish American, those of us who know who we are, we have to, let me not say have to. I feel that we are doing a disservice by continuing to start from step one and trying to keep proving to people that we're Moors. We already got that established for years and years and years and years now. We don't have to do that anymore. Stop trying to show people evidence on why we are Moors. That's who we are. So just be that. You feel me? We got to move past trying to show people, oh, but see, and see, and see. If you know who you are, then be that. And you could be that without the feds. You don't need the feds to be a Moor. It's not like as soon as I put this on, you know what I mean? I don't get the superpower. Now I'm Clark Clinton. It doesn't work like that, man. We are who we are. So we got to be that. You know what I mean? But getting back to the question, once we start being that, truly, not just lip service, but really and truly and living by that, by the 5 principles, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, if you didn't know. When we are really living that and living those principles, that's when we will be able to acquire land and banks, etc. That's when we will build as a nation. Until then, we'll just keep playing these games. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm gonna put this on the record because this is important. Noble Drew Ali established the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Moorish Divine and National Movement. That entity is all we need to get ourselves right. It's not working currently, not because Noble Drew Ali made a mistake, not because it's inadequate, not because we have to update it, you know what I mean, get the Moorish Science Temple 7.0. We don't need to do that. We need to listen to what the prophet told us to do. And one of those things, Supreme Grand Council. Yeah, Moors, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about now. The ones that know. The ones that know. It's on you. It is on us. And we not holding down and we not doing what we supposed to do and getting the temple right. And that's why, on a larger part, all of our people are suffering. You can try to blame it on other people. You can try to look the other way, try to ignore it and act like it's not what it is, but that's what it is. And it's going to be on us. And on all, because we know it's the duty of those that know to teach those that don't know. A lot of our people don't understand that, but it's some that do. You know who I'm talking to. We have to stop pretending like that Supreme Grand Council is not important. We got to stop pretending like we don't need to fix the temple. We have to stop trying to create other movements outside of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Because that ain't it. That ain't it. Noble Drew Ali is the prophet. Noble Drew Ali is the leader. You got to fall in line. Come on now, play your position, know your role. That's how we get the chip. That's how we get the ring. You got to know your role, got to play your position. You feel me? You feel me, though? I know you feel me. You can try to act like you don't feel me, but I know you feel me. The time is now. Indeed. Word to Yasin Bey. The time is now. And with that, man. Oh, can't tear this up. It'll tear you up. You got some jewels getting dropped today, what? Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir, man. Oh my goodness, man. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here, but I wanted to play this Holy Breath one more time, man, because this piece of music really, it just kind of flowed through me. You know what I mean? Some of the music that I create, you know, it takes a lot of time, whatever. But the lyrics from this one, man, really just came right out of me and onto the mic. And every time I listen to it, it just makes me feel good. So I wanted to close out with that. Before I play the music, gratitude, much love to everybody that tapped in. Much love if you watching this later. You know what I mean? Thank you. You know what I mean? If you are studying Noble Drew Ali, if you are speaking about Moors, thank you. You know what I mean? You don't understand how important and how pivotal of a role you're playing in this all. Because really and truly, if you see what's going on in the world, not just the U.S., but the world, you got to understand we are here to uplift all of humanity. not just so-called black people. That's a heavy task, man. We got a lot of work to do. Um, but every little bit counts. And so I just want to make sure that you know you're appreciated and to keep shining, keep doing your thing, keep teaching the truth, what Noble Drew Ali said. Don't get in your feelings, don't get your ego, you know what I mean? Don't get your pride. Get that out the way and really be a servant to humanity. You know what I mean? A servant of Allah, to humanity. But let me get this right here, because this is,
It's so funny being back on this planet.
holy breath, man.
It's been such a long time.
Vibe with me.
Coming back from Atlantis, it's like, hey, oh, wait, hey, yeah, oh, wait.
One thing. There's a documentary before I close out. Secret Star Mappers, I think it's called. I'm gonna drop this in the chat for you. I'm gonna drop this in the chat for you. You feel me? Because if you might have been wondering, like, why is this fool mentioning Atlantis? You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop that in the chat for you. Atlantis Secret Star Mappers of a Lost World. That's right. That's the documentary. You watch that documentary, Atlantis Secret Star Mappers of a Lost World. Check that documentary out and listen closely for them to mention Canaanites. Let's get back to the song. Come on out.
Back from Atlantis.
Back from Atlantis, I say.
You see, I was born on Earth, but I'm not from here. I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh, no. Yeah. I say, I was born on Earth, but I'm not from here. I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh, no. You say, I am from the sky, I am from the Moor side. We was one with our creator.
We was one.
And then we fell. Oh my God. Oh yes we fell. Oh yes we fell. Oh my God. Listen up. And all is mine. You see, we can make a heaven, you know why? We made our hell. Just look around. And can't you tell? Okay, be careful what you think. And be careful how you move. And be careful what you say. You know why? These words are spells. Yeah, they casting spells. But listen well, you see, we are not the body and we are not the flesh. It's life after death, and this thing right here is just a test. To reconnect, the holy breath. Okay, I said, I was born on earth, but I'm not from here. Yeah, I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh, no. I keep telling you, I'm not from here. You see, I was born on earth, but I'm not from here. Yeah, I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh, no. I am from the sky, the sun of Most High.
Woo. Yeah, I say.
The sun of Most High.
Oh my God. Hey, and praise Allah. You see, we are not the flesh. It's life at the death, and this thing right here is just a test.
Oh, yes, you
Bless. My goodness. But man himself is not the body, nor the soul. He is a spirit and a part of Allah. Noble Drew Ali, the Holy Koran, Circle 7. Please study. Please understand who we are. Help uplift fallen humanity. And most importantly, if nothing else, we gotta love instead of hate. Love is the way. Love is the key. Thank you. Much love to you. Yes, you, right there, you. Keep shining. I'm gonna say the prayer. What am I doing? I gotta say the prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Mother of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation. By night and by day, through our holy prophet, Noble Dra Ali. And Allah, may you guide us all. May you protect us all. Help us spread love. Help us be our higher self. Yeah, that's it. Peace. Much love to you.